Britain sent a staggering £15.8 billion to Brussels during the country's final year of European Union membership, new figures have revealed. The latest data, published by the Office for National Statistics, showed the government was forced to inject a gross payment of £304 million from taxpayers every week to the bloc's financial coffers. The figure would have been £4.4 billion higher without the hard-fought rebate secured by Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher at the EU's Fontainebleau summit in 1984. Analysis in the ONS annual Pink Book publication showed £5.2 billion was returned to the UK last year under the EU's spending plans, giving a net contribution of £10.6 billion. The significant delay to Britain's departure from the bloc meant the country's net contribution was £1 billion more than in 2018. Prominent Brexiteer and Tory MP Andrew Bridgen said, "It's our leaving present from the EU, it was never going to be an amicable divorce. It's why we're leaving, it's why we voted to leave, and thankfully, we won't have a bill like this next year. But did you expect anything different from the EU? It's all too predictable. The EU and Remainers in Parliament have only delayed our departure and cost the UK taxpayer dear." John Longworth, Director General of the Centre for Brexit Policy think tank, said, "We've paid the price for our stalled exit from the EU. This is money that could have been better spent elsewhere. But instead we've squandered it, paying for unelected bureaucrats to enjoy a lavish life at the taxpayer's expense. And worse still, the withdrawal agreement leaves us exposed to further billion in the future." Britain finally left the EU in January this year, 10 months after our original scheduled divorce date in March 2019. The extra cash could have been used to provide more than 300,000 grants to businesses during the latest national lockdown or spent on the 20 hospital upgrades promised as part of the Conservatives' 2019 election manifesto. Britain will pay a similar amount to Brussels this year as part of the post-Brexit transition out of the bloc's rules. Under last year's EU withdrawal agreement, taxpayers' cash will continue to be sent to the bloc until 2064. The Office for Budget Responsibility has estimated the so-called Brexit bill will cost the country around £33 billion once the final payment is made. Meanwhile, wrangling over the post-Brexit trade agreement has continued in Brussels across the weekend. Lord Frost, the Prime Minister's Brexit envoy, and EU counterpart Michel Barnier could make a decision on whether to once again extend the talks as early as next week.